Ah yes, Skyrim. Every time I start this game anew, it grips me harder than you're gripping your mouse when browsing the Lover's Lab. On the off chance that you haven't played Skyrim yet, what are you even doing? Buy it right now and then feel ashamed for owning only one copy and disappointing our god Todd Howard. Yes, my friends, Skyrim and me go a long way back. In fact, all the way to its release in 2011. And oh boy, let me tell you, I've been inside Bleak Falls Barrow probably more times than your dad was inside your mom before he left her. Out of all the games I own, Skyrim is simply that one game that kept me hooked, kept me coming back throughout the years. A game that, throughout its history, had me purchase it more than only a handful of times on various systems. All the skooma I smoked back then makes it a bit hard to remember, but I think I owned it on the Xbox 360 first, later on PC, followed by the Switch, and then I probably purchased it 5 more times on the PC. The reason being that Todd Howard showed up in my dreams and told me if I didn't purchase another copy of Skyrim Special Edition, Caius Cusades would show up at my house personally and eat all my Kwama eggs. My friends, I plan to make a Skyrim only video just to share my everlasting boner for this game. Let me know if that interests you in the comments. But today I want to look at Bethesda's latest announcement. Now this one comes from Bethesda.net and was posted last week on the 17th of July with the title A Note from Bethesda Game Studios. And while I'll read all of it in a moment, I want to give you a quick rundown to respect your time. Yes, it's true, The Elder Scrolls 6 is now their primary development focus. It will run on the Creation Engine 3, and no, it has no release date yet. Fallout 5 is currently also in pre-production, it will run on the Creation Engine 3 as well, and no, it has no release date yet. Remasters of Fallout 3 and New Vegas are confirmed, they are currently in the making, and on top of that, apparently Obsidian Entertainment is working with them on a title. It is not clear to me whether that is New Vegas or something else. What the hell happened to Hot Tower's face? Give me a sec. Alright, that fixed it. So, next up is Fallout 76. A major expansion is planned for 2027, however I can't say much about it, I never played Fallout 76 myself. As for Starfield, Year 3 updates to the settlement system have been announced, as well as new stories and gameplay improvements, and also new Starborn content was announced for 2027. And apparently thus far, 17 million players have logged on to the game. On top of that, there were also updates on the Fallout TV show. Season 3 is now underway, and I can't wait. I really enjoyed the Fallout TV show so far, found it fantastic. And next to that, there will be a live celebration in Washington, DC for Fallout's 30th anniversary. Now guys, these are the news in a nutshell. The community reactions were quite mixed. While some were super enthusiastic that we finally have some updates on the Elder Scrolls 6, on Fallout and Starfield and whatnot, others are extremely skeptical due to Asher Sharma's recent announcements to reconstruct much of the Xbox division, the gaming division of Microsoft, and obviously Bethesda and ZeniMax being a part of that. But more on that later when we'll actually look at some community reactions. Let's read the articles together so you can form your own opinion. A note from Bethesda Game Studios. We love making these worlds as much as you love playing in them. Today we want to share what's next for Bethesda Game Studios and what you can expect from us in the years ahead. For 40 years, we've built games that have entertained almost 500 million players. More than just games, these are worlds. Worlds for you to explore, shape and make your own. Worlds we return to together. That's what's driving us forward. We're I hate this PR speech. We're investing more deeply in the world's players love, giving creators a bigger role in shaping their experiences and bringing out teams closer together so we can get our games into your hands sooner, support them longer and continue building them alongside you for decades to come. So yeah, this top header of the article was obviously a bit of bun sprinkled with sesame on top to make the burger look more attractive, but let's get into the meat. Starfield continues. With over 17 million players logging almost a billion hours to date, Starfield remains an important part of our future. As we enter year 3, we'll continue expanding the settled systems with new stories, targeted gameplay improvements and additional updates, while preparing for the launch of the new Starborn content. As mentioned before, more than 40% of players already customize their experience through creations, and will continue investing in creators and giving players new ways to make Starfield their own. Created by players. We've believed from the beginning that our worlds belong not only to the people who make them, but also to the people who play them. That's why we've long provided players with the tools to create their own experiences, dating back to the Morrowind construction set. This year marked another major milestone for creations with its expansion to Fallout 4, joining Skyrim and Starfield. We're proud to say creators have already earned more than $10 million in royalties from their work. Now, the Creation Club was back then and has been ever since a bit of a controversial topic, because from a player perspective you might ask yourself, why should I pay for a mod that I could get for free on the Nexus or another site perhaps? Why should I pay for a Creation Club mod? If I want to support the creator, I could just as well go to the Nexus and donate to them directly. I understand that topic from a player's perspective, but from the perspective of a modder who do not get a regular, salary or royalties paid just by publishing their mod on the Nexus or somewhere else, this is a more reliable way to earn income, to earn royalties on what they're doing. And that's fantastic for them. So from my perspective, who has gotten the Nexus Premium membership multiple times on and off throughout the years, I've donated to modders individually when I liked something. I want to encourage you to do the same if you have the means to do so. Show some love for the mods that you love. The future of Fallout. Fallout is one of our biggest priorities today. Fallout 5 remains our long-range destination, and we have multiple Fallout projects in active development right now. Fallout 76 continues to be home to millions of players, exploring Appalachia together, with nearly 70 free updates released to date. The journey is far from over. In fact, we have a major Fallout 76 expansion planned for next year, Raven Rock, a prequel story to Fallout 3. Fallout 4, the most award-winning game in the franchise, just celebrated its 10-year anniversary and recently passed over 35 million copies sold, continuing to attract a new audience every year. We also know many players want to revisit previous Fallout experiences. While we're not announcing any dates today, we have been working on remasters for both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Fallout Shelter, the mobile game, continues to be the most popular way to experience Fallout on the go, with more than 250 million players. There's more ahead for Fallout Shelter, including new seasons. An unscripted Fallout Shelter television project is also in the works with our partners at Amazon Studios and Kilter Films. We'd like to congratulate Kilter Films and Amazon Studios on the 10 Emmy nominations for Fallout Season 2. Production on Season 3 is already underway. Yeah, those are fantastic news. And while we won't host a traditional Fallout Day broadcast this year, we're already planning something special for Fallout's 30th anniversary in 2027, when Fallout Day will be celebrated live in Washington, D.C. Studio collaboration. The Wasteland continues to expand as we team up once again with our longtime friends at Obsidian Entertainment. We're happy to confirm they're working with us on a new Fallout project. We'll have more to share in the future. We'll also bring our teams closer together across Bethesda. ZeniMax Online Studios will partner closely with Bethesda Game Studios on the Elder Scrolls franchise while continuing to deliver incredible new experiences for the Elder Scrolls Online. Season 1, Return of the Thieves Guild, recently launched, and the team has more planned for the future. By aligning more directly across the franchise, we can create even better experiences for players. Bringing our teams closer together is helping us build a stronger foundation for everything we create next. The Elder Scrolls and beyond. That foundation extends beyond our team to the technology, tools and systems that will power the next generation of Bethesda RPGs. Our teams are now developing the Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 on Creation Engine 3, a shared technology platform we've been building since Starfield's launch. It allows our teams to support multiple projects simultaneously with new tools, rendering and systems that define our games. Fallout 5 is currently in pre-production. The Elder Scrolls 6 is our primary development focus today, with the majority of our team currently working on the next chapter of the franchise. With over 60 million copies sold, players are still exploring Skyrim 15 years later. Yes, we are! But we know it's been a very long wait for the sequel. The next chapter is on the way. We're where we planned to be, loving how it looks and playing it every day. Oh, you son of a bitch! Man, I can't really imagine Asha Sharma dragging Todd into a one-on-one, into a meeting room and telling him, buddy, if you're not releasing anything big soon, we're gonna have a problem. I'm just glad TES 6 is in development now. Jesus Christ, it's been ages. Now, last but not least, the road ahead. Across Bethesda Game Studios, we're building for the future of Fallout, the Elder Scrolls and Starfield. We're investing in our technology, bringing teams closer together, supporting our live games, expanding into new forms of entertainment and developing the next generation of Bethesda RPGs. We couldn't be more excited for what's ahead and wanted to share as much as we could today. We can't thank you enough for all you've given to us and these worlds. And we can't wait to continue them together, Bethesda Game Studios. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope this brought you up to speed with what Bethesda are up to. I personally am super stoked, I am excited, I cannot wait for any more news on the Elder Scrolls 6. You gotta imagine this. Back when it was 2014, 2015, I was, and like many others, already modding the shit out of my Skyrim, waiting for a sequel to be announced. But no, here we are 15 years later. Last but not least, the community reactions are quite mixed, as I mentioned before. There are many users who are super happy, just like me, that we're getting some updates finally after all these years. But to be honest, most of the posts I have found on the Bethesda and the Elder Scrolls subreddits were more pessimistic and skeptical than purely happy or optimistic. Have someone making fun of it saying Skyrim 2 Electric Boogaloo or Skyrim 2 Tokyo Drift. Another user says, easily my most anticipated game of 2035. Yay, and 8 years after the first teaser, today's announcement brings us a PNG with a frame from the aforementioned teaser and a sweet little paragraph of nothing. Keep on being amazing, Bethesda. Another user says, hey, at least they're playing it every day. What if, hear me out, they've made zero progress? We're loving how it looks and playing it every day. It must be nice. So you can see a certain amount of skepticism and, bittersweet irony in what the people are saying. But this user Mozi here had a fantastic take a couple of weeks ago, actually, before the new games were announced, when everyone was still talking about the reconstruction of the Xbox gaming division, stating that once upon a time ZeniMax was privately held and the executives basically shelved the Elder Scrolls single-player experiences so that other games could take off. Like he mentions ESO here, to scratch that Elder Scrolls itch. And that Bethesda Game Studios could focus on other projects like Fallout or Starfield, a palate cleanser of sorts. I can totally get behind that statement. You want to, as a company, spread your victories out, and you want to make sure that you always have something in the pipeline that props up your next quarterly, your next yearly revenue report and whatnot. So you plan ahead, obviously. But overall, it seems to me that people aren't as easily hyped up for especially the Elder Scrolls 6 as they used to be had the game come out many years prior to where we are now. What's your take on this? Let me know how you feel about the whole situation. Are you hyped for the Elder Scrolls 6? Are you hyped for Fallout or one of the remakes coming? Let me know in the comments below. So that's it from my side for today, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you liked what you saw, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace! Subscribe, you Enwa.